Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Go ahead, do what you gotta do on a Thursday, which is watch my video, then you share it and you like it, and then you send it down to a person that needs to see the video, and so forth. I do not have a quote for this Thursday, but one thing that has came up, and I don't need a quote for it. I'm going to tell you pretty much my opinion on it. Is give yourself credit. I've known a few people and sometimes don't give themselves credits and they know they're worth it. If you're someone out there, if you had a bad day, you work your butt off at school, at work, or at home, you're a home wife, or if you're not a home wife, you're your husband, and you're this, and you're a good boyfriend, not a good, you're a good girlfriend, and you're a good boyfriend, and so forth. Give yourself credit, please. Stop and give yourself a moment of credit because you made it through the day and you didn't do anything to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm hoping you didn't. You try to laugh, you try to give yourself a pat in the back, and you did what you had to do to get through today. So give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for everything you usually do. Sometimes we don't give ourselves enough credit. Sometimes we forget of everything we did and we're like, I really didn't do anything. No, stop and give yourself some credit, please. There's the people that I know. Sometimes, they don't realize all the stuff they do. Give yourself credit, please. You didn't do what the other people do, and what I mean by other people, you didn't try to yell at somebody else. You didn't try to bring somebody else's day down. You didn't try to ruin someone else's day. You went on with your day, and you were in this funk and you were in this mood. Sometimes we need to be in this mood. Sometimes we need to be in that stage where like, man, I feel like I'm not worth it, but you are worth it. Get up, do what you got to do on a daily basis. Give yourself credit. But remember, you wouldn't have made it this far if you didn't try. If you didn't try to do what you got to do on a daily basis. Please, believe me, I do a lot in my day. And sometimes I feel like I don't do anything. And then I really look at it and I'm like, oh my God, I did all this today. So I give myself credit. I thank God that I made today. I woke up today. I was able to do, maybe my jokes with my brother, tease him, tease my mom, make a joke here and there to make somebody else laugh, see them laugh. My biggest thing is when I see somebody else laugh, it's like, yes, I accomplished something. So give yourself credit, please. Sometimes I know we're not where we need to be or we feel like we need to be. So many other times I've been at, in a moment where I'm like, man, I should stop with school. I already got this degree and I need to get something with this degree and move on. No, I'm not going to stop there. I am not going to stop. And just because a person said something to me, yeah, my feelings get hurt at the moment. And I'm like, man, maybe they're right. No, they're not right. And they're not right, because if they're making you feel bad, they're not right. It's one thing. There's a certain form to talk to somebody. There's a certain way to tell somebody, hey, I need you to try to do this more. Or I need you to do this. Sometimes we don't watch what we say, and that was, I think, a few quotes before, in a previous video when I say we got to stop and listen, we got to, and are we really listening to what the other person is saying? So stop and give yourself some credit, please. And after you're done giving yourself credit, please treat yourself to some ice cream. I love ice cream dedicated to me. And I didn't have ice cream today. Feel bad for me. I didn't have ice cream today. But I gave myself credit. So I'll probably get ice cream in the weekend. So don't feel too bad for me. Alright, so let's get into these questions. Switch on over. Hi, Carmen. I want to thank you very much for answering my question last Thursday. You said that my friend could go into groups with her drug problems, but she feels that going into a group will not help her. What else can she do? And she's watching your video too, so you can speak to her. That's awesome. I feel that's awesome that she's watching my video and she already found that going to a group is not going to help her. I only said that because sometimes certain people need to go to a group when they have a problem, and they need to hear other people that have the same problem to be able to relate to them. Now, certain people like me, if I have a problem, I'm not going to want to go to a group and be like, hi, my name is so and so, my name is Carmen, and I have this problem, and so forth, and go from there. I'm not that kind of person. I'm more of, I figure out my problem, I realize that I have a problem, and then I try to find ways how to get myself out of the problem. So what I do is I get a sheet of paper and I jot down mainly what's my problem and what do I need to do to get out of it, or how I can make it better. So like in her situation, if anybody didn't watch the last video, go ahead and watch the last video. And she's talking about the question that she asked, and I can reread what she said. Last Thursday, her question was, I remember you said in your first video that you're going into criminal justice, and I have a teen friend who's in drugs and need your help to get out of it. What should I do? And I answered the question with, first of all, I shared 2 links to her, and then I told her that she should set herself up with goals, and then try to maybe go into counseling, and then going into a group where people have the same problem and same situation as her. I understand the group is not going to work for everybody. So now that you realize you have a problem, and you know that you have a problem with drugs and everything like that, first of all, I would applaud, because you're admitting that you have a problem and you want to get help. And that's the first step of recovery, is admitting that there is a problem and you want to get better. So once you did that, I would honestly try to find someone that you can talk to, and not someone that's going to relay it, but someone that's not really going to judge you, because you don't need someone being judgmental while you're being honest. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. Being honest to them, and you're telling them, hey, I have this problem, and today was a struggle because I'm not sure the type of drugs that you're in or anything, and I don't need you to tell me. I'm having this struggle today. I need to talk to you. Can I call you? Can I come see you? You do need that person, to be there for you. You really do. And if I was in that situation, me personally, I would honestly want the one person that I know I can confide in, and I can talk to them, and from there work your way out, and maybe down the, again, I cannot speak today, down the way, you can get into counseling, and you can go into a group just to see how it's gonna work. But if you already came to the conclusion that the whole group's thing is not gonna work for you, then then you can stick with that one person, and you guys can start grouping up, do things eventful, take a walk in the park, talk about what you're feeling. That's what I would do. I'm more of a talking to one person and telling them everything than going to a group and hi and this so forth. But I do wish you the best. I want to thank you for watching my video. I also want to thank you for coming back and asking another question for your friend. And now that your friend's watching the video, I want to applaud you. You're making your life to a better step. Make yourself some, like I said last video, and I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself, set yourself some goals. Fight for something. And what I mean for fight for something, fight for your life. You want to fight for you. Fight for your life to come back. What was it like before you fell into drugs? Maybe your life wasn't that great, and that was the reason why you fell into drugs. I'm not judging why you fell into drugs, but now that I know you're getting out of it, that's a plus. Get out of it and do something else better. You got to start somewhere, and if somewhere is right now, amen, do it. Just do it. And don't just say it, do it and say it. If you fall, tell your friend, hey, I went back and I fell off the wagon. And good friend of yours will not be like, what happened? No, I'm here for you. What caused it? What made you fall off the wagon? We're going to try not to get that to happen again. So honestly, you do need that friend, or you need that person who you can confide to and who you can talk to. That is something you are going to need, because, doing it by yourself is very hard. If you don't have family or that one friend that's going to be there with you 100%. All right. So again, thank you. I hope this helps you out. If not, go ahead, ask another question, and I will be happy to answer it. So let's go into our second question. Sorry, I gotta scroll right back up. Hi, Carmen. I am having a problem with a friend. We've been friends for 5 years. I would hate to lose our friendship over a guy. Did you just say a guy? Alright, so if you've been friends with this girl for 5 years, I'm going to say, first of all, this situation can go many ways. Now, a true friend, you're not going to want to lose a true friend over a guy. Me, honestly, I'm not about to leave a friend who I've known for 5 years. For 5 years, my ad, we've been through thick and thin over a guy. Okay, that's just me being honest. I would hate to lose a good friend because the guy said this, or the guy doesn't like her. I'm sorry, she's my friend. She's been my friend for 5 years, and she's had my back through thick and thin, through happy, through bad, through this and through that, through my success and not my success. So honestly, you need to evaluate that, because if the guy's pushing you, and I'm not sure if he's pushing you to leave your friend, or this is a fuse that's going on between you and him and her. First of all, if you really want to be with this guy and he's really the one, he's not going to tell you to leave your friend. Now if this is a decision that you're making on your own based on whatever happened for it to get to where it's at right now, I wouldn't want to lose a good friend. Honestly, I'm just going to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to lose a good friend that I've had for 5 years. But I do understand that sometimes, certain friendships are meant to end. But because you're not giving me a lot to go on, I would say I wouldn't want to lose a friend for 5 years over a guy. A guy comes and go. I've told many people that I know there's a lot of people say there's a lot of fish in the sea. I say there's a lot of other cans like Pepsi, Coke. I love Coke. People that know me know I love Coke. Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, Lime Coke, Cherry Coke. All these other guys are out there. To lose your friend over one? Sweetie, I'm going to need you to just be like, no. She's my friend, and she's here to stick around for a very, very long time. And if she chooses not to be my friend anymore, then let it be terms between me and her, not because this guy said, well, I don't like your friend, and I think you need to choose between me or her. Well, then I'm like, well, you know what? You see that door? You're going to go out that door. And it's not me trying to be rude, but I'm being very honest. Don't lose a friend over a guy. That is like the first thing I'm going to say. Don't lose a friend over a guy. That's that. Think about it, and maybe you get, and if you really want to save the relationship with this guy, you could tell him, yo, I'm not going to pick between you and my friend who I've been with for 5 years. You guys can try to get along together, or I'm going to hang out with her when I hang out with her, and then I'm going to hang out with you when I hang out with you. Because maybe this is the guy, this is the one, but, and then you don't have to pick between the guy of your one and your good friend. But still, I would not pick the guy who I just recently known and a friend that I've known for 5 years. That's just me. Think about it, just really think before you do something, because you don't want to ruin up the relationship, and then you can't take back what you said to her. So that's what I would do. Honestly, I wouldn't want to lose a friend over a guy. So that's that. And then let's go into our other question here. Hi, Carmen. I've asked you a question previously in a different video. My boyfriend found out that my best friend is my ex, and he's really upset. What should I do to get him not to be upset? Well, at least he's only upset and he didn't break up with you. It's good that you came clean and you told him that your best friend is your ex. And honestly, there's really not much to say when somebody's upset. You gotta let them go through their process. Because I'm gonna be honest, if my guy right now were to tell me my best friend is my ex, I'm gonna like, you said what? I'm gonna be honest. I will probably make a face. Many people know me for my faces, and then I might say something. I might be upset. I really don't know how I would honestly react. I know I would make a face. But if I'm mad, I need to stay mad for that moment or for a while, because you're just not coming clean to me. You got to understand what he's feeling. You're just now coming clean to him that your best friend is your ex. You're just now telling him the truth. Whether from you could have told him the truth from the beginning when you started going out with him instead of now. So you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. You got to get him to work with it. Talk to him and let him know that, I love you, babe. I love you. You mean the world to me. He's just my best friend, and he's got to be able to see that. It's good to know that he didn't break the relationship up, because most other people would have been like, you lie to me and then your best friend is your ex? What? What was going on in your mind for you not to relay that message to me? But sometimes our best friends are our best friends. And if he sees that you guys didn't have any other conversations than just like a best friend conversation, then, he'll eventually not be mad and he will come around. I think the first part was telling him the truth and he didn't break up with you, and that's good. But now he's in the mad stage. So you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. And that's what I would do. There's really nothing you can do to say to make the process to go by fast, because we're all human. So he might be more mad that you didn't tell him the truth than the part of your best friend is your ex. He might be mad about both. I can't tell you what a person feels, and that's one thing about the human nature is I said something and the person next to me could have taken it personal. I'm not going to know that until they tell me, yo, Carmen, you just said something that's not cool and you hurt my feelings. And obviously, me being the person I am, I'm going to apologize, because sometimes I do say things and I don't mean it. I try to be funny, and sometimes in the process of being funny, I actually said something that offended you, or and I made you upset. I'm sorry. I try not to, but that's what I would do in your situation, is let him do what he's got to do. But, it's just a process that we all have to go through, and his process right now is, he's mad, but be thankful that he didn't break up with you, and be very thankful that he's still wanting to work with the relationship that you guys have. So now being very honest now is what I would say, is be very honest with him, because if you really want the relationship to work, is honesty is the key, and the communication is the key, and and trust. If those things are not there, then why are we in a relationship? So that's what I would say in your situation. That's what I would do in a situation. If I just now told my boyfriend, hey, my ex is my best friend, I'm pretty sure he's going to be upset, and but the fact that he didn't break up with me is obviously a huger showing me that he wants to make our relationship work. So I would go on and try to show him that he means the world to me. So that's what I would say in your situation. I want to thank everyone again for asking your questions. Go ahead, share, like the video. Come back and see me next Thursday. All right, guys, I'm going to start getting into my class because it's about that time. All right, bye. See you later. Remember, eat some ice cream. Makes everything go away. Everything. That's a lie. It doesn't go away, but ice cream is awesome. So go ahead and have some. Bye.